Hello, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today gonna be playing some Arceus Flying Pikachu. As you probably know, it won the World Championships last year in Arceus Flying Pikachu deck, and it's still a very strong deck and would not be surprised if it wins Worlds again this year. It's probably not the favorite deck, but it is certainly super strong. And the way it's being paired now is generally with Umbreon VMAX. At least that's one way to work at it. So the deck features a 4-3 line of the Arceus V-Star, right? 280 HP on the V-Star, Trio Nova attack. You're probably all familiar with this, but does 200 damage for 3 colorless energy, and then you search your deck for up to 3 basic energies, attach them to your V Pokemon any way you like. So that's super strong effect of the attack. A lot of times you're attaching a DTE, so it does 180, but that's still okay. At 200, you're not one-shotting most multi-prize Pokemon anyway. And then it's got one of the best V-Star powers in the game, if not the best, Starbirth. You search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So only can do that once per game as a V-Star power, but any 2 cards you want, one turn, you set up, you get the pieces you want to make that turn happen. So as I said, it's a Flying Pikachu deck. Flying Pikachu VMAX is free retreat cost as well as the V, so that's nice. You got a pivot there, so sometimes even if you don't want to utilize this attacker, you may bench it to serve as a pivot. 310 HP. It is lightning weak, so just keep that in mind. Resist fighting, so that's quite nice for a lightning Pokemon. And then max balloon attack, it does 160 damage for 3 energy, lightning colorless. That's okay. No, it's weak, but what it has is this super strong effect. Depending on the matchup during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. So it walls off basics. There's decks that are based primarily or even only basic attackers. You win the game. You win the game, or at least slow your opponent down while you set up other pieces. So very nice there. And as I said, it's playing a 2/2 Umbreon VMAX also. That's the way this deck's built. Single strike Pokemon, that really doesn't matter for this build. It's here for 2 reasons. One, it's a dark-type Pokemon. There are significant dark weak decks. It does 160 damage, so with max darkness for dark colorless. So we can hit for that weakness. But also it's got dark signal ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon, so it acts as a boss when you play it from hand. Super good, but obviously you don't use your supporter for a turn. Now, if you don't want to attack with it, you do have a 3 prize liability potential, but super strong ability. It is weak to grass, which in grass isn't very good, so grass weakness is a very good one to have. So, and then in terms of an engine, we're playing a 2/2 Bibarel, right? Industrious incisors let you draw until you have 5 cards in hand. And then 1 Skwovet Nest Dash. You may shuffle your hand, put it on the bottom of your deck, and then draw 1 card. It's a nice way. You play the cards in hand, then you Skwovet, and then you Bibarel to see a whole bunch of fresh cards. So that's a solid engine. Skwovet Bibarel does work quite nicely. So like this set of Pokemon. Now we're utilizing 2 different types of attackers, dark and lightning, so we have to spread out the energies a little more. So you just have to be a little careful there. But so energies for DTEs, need that from you. You can use that for your other attackers also. So super good in the deck. We play 2 V-Guard energies, colorless energy, that it reduces damage taken by Vs by 30, so it can avoid being knocked out, which is quite nice. And then 4 dark energy, 4 lightning energy. Obviously, we can accelerate the basics with Arceus, so, and of course we need both lightning and dark depending what we're attacking with. So a good, enough energy. I think the energy is not a problem with this deck. So getting into the trainers here, 1 Escape Rope. You know what that does. Your opponent switches, then you switch. 4 Nest Balls to help get set up. 4 Research, because just want to get things going. 2 Boss's Orders. We do have Umbreon VMAX's effect, but if Path is down, we can't utilize it. Or, there's times Boss is the play, right? 4 Path to the Peak. There's a lot of decks that get really hurt by Path, so we like that in the deck. I don't play any other Stadium in the deck, but I am playing 2 Lost Vacuum to bump Path. A lot of decks that I've seen just play for Path and no way to bump Path. But look, Arceus' V-Star power is super good. Umbreon's ability, super good. I want to have access to it, so I've tossed in 2 Lost Vacuum. I think I can afford the deck space, and I do like that option. For Iono, super good to help get some new cards early on, disrupt your opponents late. I really like Iono for Ultra Balls to search out those evolutions or whatever Pokemon we need, and just 1 basic Switch card. So that's the list I'm playing, similar to a number of other lists that are around. Tweaked it a little bit to so I think it'll flow for me, right? Always, to me, you want to make a deck a little bit customized to suit your play style. It's good to try decks that don't suit your play style. All right, so we'll see what happens here, call heads. So try a deck. Sometimes takes someone a 60 that you see out there and just try it, even if it doesn't quite make sense to you, to see how it works. But most of the time, you want to make some adjustments to get to the way you want it. And like for this, there's this Arceus Flying Pikachu Umbreon's getting played some at events. So I took a look at some of the top performing lists, and then came up with something that I thought made sense for me. All right, so Arceus in play, double turbo energy. Don't have anyone to accelerate to, so I'm going second. So it's not great. I would love to get a V on the bench, right? That's what I want to do so that I can accelerate to it with Arceus. So if I hit a search card, something to get a basic into play, I will be very happy. So up against Chen Pao. So Flying Pikachu, right? What they do, okay, so they play Palkia. So Palkia will cause me some trouble. Palkia will, but Palkia's weak to Flying Pikachu too, so I think I want to get Flying Pikachu. All right, so toss this down. I'm going to get rid of... Do I want to get rid of the DTE? All right, I'm going to get rid of Bibarel. I don't know if I have one prized. I play 2 in the deck, so I'm going to get rid of the Bibarel, keep the DTE. I want to get Flying Pikachu down. Let's see. So I have my other Bibarel in deck, so that was a good card to toss away. I need a Lightning, right? And I need... So, okay, so I have what I need here. I will attach... Do I want to attach an energy to Arceus? I think I'm just going to toss all the energies onto Flying Pikachu. I'm not going to one-shot anything with Arceus, right? So I have a DTE in hand. I can just throw down the other DTE. I'll be down to 160 with Arceus, but between 160 and 180, I don't think it's going to matter too much in this game. So my opponent got down each of the Pokemon they want to, so they don't have the card in the active spot they want. They'd like Baxcalibur there. So Rare Candy, getting the Baxcalibur. Sorry, I mean, they didn't have Baxcalibur, but they had Frigibax down. So they're, what do they have? Drapion and a basic Palkia. So they're going to, we'll see what they do. They might evolve. Okay, they're going to Lumineon. I like this hand, so I prefer not to get this hand disrupted, but they're down to 1 card. I only have 3 cards. They may want to research, but they might Iono too. I would think research is okay, they're going to Melanie, which gets them the attack. Oh, they're going to Iono. Okay. But they grabbed a Melanie, right? I didn't miss that, did I? So they really wasted, right? They grabbed Melanie, I'm pretty sure. In which case they wasted their Lumineon. So that doesn't make any sense. So... see what I do here. I'm probably going to research because I need to get the V-Star into play as well as the VMAX. So Palkia, but Palkia is weak to me, so I don't necessarily mind that. It's a solid hand. Toss down Skwovet, well, the other thing I could do is getting Flying Pikachu in the active as a solo Pokemon is almost a game win for me. Right? But it's risky. It is risky. So They do have their V-Star power on Palkia, so they can get an attack. So they can get the knockout here, I believe. All right, they can accelerate 2 more, so that gets 4 energy. 6 times 4, and they're so they chose not to. Okay, they could have used so they want a Palkia for 3. I mean, I'm glad personally. I'm glad about that because. So let me just work on getting set up here. All right, one Flying Pikachu's prized. It looks like. So I'll attach. Going to attach energy to the active. Path would be nice, but I think I want to see more cards. That's what I would do. I want to see more cards. I get 1 more card with this, and I have Flying Pikachu. Sweet. I have Arceus V-Star. Very nice. Do I want to use the V-Star? I don't really need the V-Star power, do I, this turn? I could use it and get a... No, I think I just attack, right? Or do I want to go to get a second Flying Pikachu into play? I might get that other Flying Pikachu down. So the other one's prized, which I don't love that, but... Oh, I don't have the energy. Okay, so never mind that. Do I want to get down a Umbreon? Could Umbreon to switch, but no, I'm just going to fail it. I think I don't want to put down that multi-prizer on the bench. So they're going to knock me out, right? So I'm going to use my V-Star power this turn because I assume they're going to knock me out. So I want a Bibarel, and I want a Path. Yep, actually Path is good. So that was worthwhile. Yeah, Path is good. I can't play Bibarel this turn. But Path, so they've lost. So that's a big blow to them. So I don't want to accelerate any more energies. So I made a mistake attaching 2 to Flying Pikachu. 2 Lightning, sorry. I should have attached 1 Lightning to Flying Pikachu. Yeah, actually, Or I shouldn't have. I should have attached. Yeah, I should have done something differently. I guess I accelerated 2 lightnings in the dark, and then I think I attached the lightning by hand, maybe. But obviously, I've used up the lightnings I have available to me right now. So that wasn't great on my part. So, all right. So the bumping Path, and they got the stadium, Skaters Park, which is a big plus to them. Palkia can't one-shot me. And I one-shot Palkia. So that's nice, right? So the Flying Pikachu's nice in this. Could have tossed down the Umbreon V to evolve, but they can one-shot the Umbreon V, and I didn't like that possibility. So let's see what they do here. Okay, so they got the energy back in hand to back Excalibur, so they're holding off on Palkia's V-Star power, which is good. So they're going to grab... Oh, okay. What? I guess they must have the Palkia V-Star in hand. Because they don't need the card they grabbed. So they're going to finish off my active. Which is fine. The Palkia is the concern, of course. Yeah, Palkia is the concern. So I Iono. Well, maybe I Boss. I think I want to try for Boss, right? I don't think I have discarded a Boss. I have 2 Boss in deck. So I'm going to send up Flying Pikachu. He's a pivot, but I want to attack with him anyway. I want to take out Palkia if I can, right? That's their biggest problem because they can attack with Excalibur also. But I one-shot Excalibur. Between the 2 cards, that is beautiful. So I'm going to gust up Palkia. Because Palkia is my big concern here. I'm going to do I attach the energy? I might just attach an energy though, right? I might. All right, just in case they want to gust stall me. So I'm going to make that not to attack with, but I just wanted to attach. Okay, so that's all fine. Okay, so boom, take out the Palkia. They could attack with Baxcalibur. I will knock it out though, so that's not great for them. I mean, they can two-shot me, right, with Baxcalibur. No, it doesn't two-shot me. They have to three-shot me with that. So Palkia is the big threat. So maybe they're going to hit into me with Baxcalibur, in which case I just smack into them. See what they're going to get in play. Are they going to get the Frigibax down, or are they going to get down a Palkia? Right, that's the question. If they put down Palkia, I might want to gust them up if I get the opportunity to take out the Palkia. They play two Palkias. I don't know if they play a third, though, right? They have two in the discard. Usually two Palkias is it. So, all right, so energy retrieval. So, yeah, so I don't want to bench anything else. So I'm going to take out the Baxcalibur. They need to get down a Frigibax this turn to have any chance. The problem is they have to three-shot me. So they can get Baxcalibur down. They have a bunch of energies in play. You know, Path does help, though, so I do want to chuck down a Path. They're going to have to send up something to the active. It could be Frigibax, obviously. Shutting down Radiant Greninja's ability is a plus also. So they're going to accelerate to themselves, and they may oh, okay, Radiant Greninja. All right. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. I don't... Wow, that's sketchy is what I'll say. That is sketchy. All right, so I'm going to attach... All right, so I can attack with Bibarel now. Might as well, why not? I don't think I want to get another Flying Pikachu in play. Do I want to boss something up? That's one of my questions right now, right? And I think Path is good to get down too, right? I mean, honestly, they'll one-shot the Skwovet. I don't really care. You know, okay, that's nice. V-Guard energy actually could be good on Flying Pikachu in terms of Palkia, right? So, shut down Radiant Greninja's ability. Just take him out. The 160 is a really nice number for this matchup, right? Because I one-shot Baxcalibur. If I was doing, you know, 10 less or Baxcalibur was 10 more, it would be problematic. But, you know, having the one Flying Pikachu, they've got to rope boss me or boss rope. It doesn't really matter. No, they have to boss rope at this point. They're going to take out Radiant Greninja. They can accelerate with that Baxcalibur. I'm going to lose the Skwovet. That's okay. If they play a Stadium, I'll bump that. So now they are making their lives a little more difficult. I assume they're going to attack with Radiant Greninja. But they're shrinking my bench size, so they're reducing Palkia's damage. I think they still between, let's see, Palkia with 5, 6, that's 120, does 180 then, I do believe. And if they take out Bibarel, life is really good, quite frankly, really good, in the sense that I'm pretty much home free at that point. And I have, so I'm going to attach V-Guard energy. I'm just going to attack, take the prize. Right now, Palkia is doing 20 less damage, so it makes hitting through my Flying Pikachu even tougher for them. I'm going to lose my engine, right? They're probably, well, we'll see what they do. If they rope, I may lose Bibarel, and that's okay. That's certainly okay. So Palkia, they're going to hit me with Palkia, but I'm going to knock them out for game, right? So they can't finish me off with Palkia. I don't think, you know, even with Choice Belt, they can't get to the numbers. So full, you know, so yeah, 130. I mean, they're not even close. So I just have game here. So I think they could have played a little better than they did, I would say. But in that, they needed to utilize. I think they should have started doing damage to my Flying Pikachu earlier. Probably like with the, I think would have been the play, right? Leaving my Flying Pikachu unharmed like that wasn't good. I would have attacked with Baxcalibur by the turn. Maybe they didn't have the energy though, right? It's 3 energy. Maybe they only attacked accelerated 2. So there we go. I'll just keep this video short today. Really strong deck. Flying Pikachu can win matchups like that. Obviously, you have to be aware. They had 2 Pokemon that can attack Flying Pikachu, but you manage that. Getting the Arceus knocked out was fine. This list does not play Sharon's Care. You're just kind of sacrificing the Arceus. I can see putting a Sharon's Care in and dropping, you can drop a card, maybe drop a Lost Vacuum and put in Sharon's Care. Although I like the access to Lost Vacuum, so I think that's a plus in the deck. So a very solid deck. Arceus Flying Pikachu. We'll see. I would certainly be pleased to see it take back-to-back worlds. I think it is of that quality. It's a very absurd art with this big floating blimp of a Pikachu. So I'm always rooting for it. Hopefully you are too. And have some fun playing Pokemon. Take care.